Sound Couple signing in for a tent weekend.
It's a Friday. We got the tent weekend, so we're gonna get a twofer out of this one for you guys. There's a couple things for you on this one. Number one, they're gonna be very polarized gigs, and that is one of the things that I think keeps us interesting. Hopefully not just our pretty smiles and faces. Maybe Stacy's, but not mine. We have one that today is in Wisconsin, so there'll probably be lots of beer drinking. And then tomorrow, we're heading off early in the morning, or not too early, but we're heading up to northern Minnesota. Big cultural difference and two different style of gigs. And then the other reason why you should stick around for this, not only for to see these gigs, but we're gonna be revealing some new gear. It's good stuff, everybody. We got some new things we're gonna be showing you. Stacy's predicting both nights to be a really good night. We got some gear to exchange out tonight when we get back home, and you'll kind of see what gear we bring for a gig like this versus gigs we bring for a wedding. So off to tent one, everyone, and we'll see you there in a bit. Well, we can never say what the time is, right? Or we always say what the time is.
We always do.
That's important because we're always thinking about how much time we have, but we're here. Decent sized stage, plenty of room for a 4-piece band today. We're playing 8 to 11. I told Stacy 6:30 to 12:30 initially, and she bought it. There's going to be 2 hours of darkness, basically a little less than 2 hours. Obviously, we need lights, but there's so much room back there that we could just probably take up 2 feet back there, and nobody's going to care. Well, I think it's not going to get set up by itself, right?
No.
So let's get to work. Well, we said we had some new toys, new gear to reveal. The first thing, this has been a long time coming, and actually a viewer brought this to our attention. Tried to avoid it for as long as we can, but as you know, we got our lifts, our big lifts, our Fantek lifts, which are awesome, but they're not ever gonna make it into this truck. So we decided to go with a middle ground approach, and we got some global truss. I believe these are the ST132s. Crank stands.
Ooh.
This took me a while to kind of get bought into this idea, but eventually I'm like, there are times where it'd be nice to get the speakers up higher. We've also seen the benefits of that when we're running our Fanteks. It opens up the system and how much more coverage we get, even though my principles of coverage, for those of you guys who've been watching, we're not here to always cover the entire venue space. Needless to say, we thought this would be a good investment. Actually a good, they're not too bad. They're very manageable. It's heavy, but nothing crazy. But we thought this would be kind of a good middle ground, so when we're wanting to just take the van, we have these. We do have cases that are on back order. They've been on back order for months, and apparently in about another month and a half we'll get them. We're gonna try these out and show you guys how we do it. We've done a couple of trial runs at home. I don't think any speaker should fall on the ground, hopefully, or me. I'm gonna try to do this myself. Stacy holds the camera. Oh yeah, go ahead.
You want a cable set up someplace for your tall stuff, or do you?
No, we don't need one. Thank you.
Everything you need.
Yeah, we could go from an iPad, so we don't even have anything out here. Well, except us, but yeah.
Somebody's got lip syncing or something.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna hear that tonight from these guys. Yeah, no, we're fine. Thank you.
You got enough power to touch it with this?
Yeah. Okay, this pin should. Now the question is I think
How wide and how?
Yeah, I think we. That actually might be just fine right there, Stacey.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, and up against I like it up against the stage.
Because that'll offer.
Yeah. Might you want to just rotate it so that your crank is on the right?
Well, I'm looking at where the subs are gonna go.
I know, but
That?
No, I'm
I don't
talking.
care where the...
Oh, okay. You don't care where the crank is?
No, we can crank it from anywhere.
Okay, got it. Then yes, turn it so you got room for the subs. There you go.
Because, yeah, if we... Well, actually, if we go like this, maybe that makes more sense. Then I don't have to... Okay. Is this what we're going to do?
Yes.
Yeah, that feels pretty good right there.
Yeah. Then I don't even think we need sandbags from, do we?
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
We brought sandbags because we like to do more work. Do you think that's, yeah, that feels plenty stable because we're not really going to get it super high.
Right.
Because we don't want, it's going to be shooting down the tent walls and tents.
Right.
Let's get the speakers up then.
Okay.
There's things we need to make sure that are tight. So we kind of failed here just to weave that this should have been tightened before we put a speaker on. Oh, and then this needs to get tightened, loosened. And then the pin's got to get pulled. Lots of things. This isn't right. This pin, do you want that? How's that look? Wow.
Yeah.
The other thing we need to remember is I should be able to reach it without a problem, but getting the speakers cabled up before we raise them. Right?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
A couple more lines over here.
Okay.
Show you real quick. And he just went for it, he is attached to it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna record you guys.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is great setup again. How many reveals we got? We got like
Three.
Three? Yeah, we had three. Okay. So that's reveal number one, the Global Truss ST132s. Okay, so time for another Stacy's Corner of their red face. Holy cow. Maybe it's just the way the camera's picking up things. We don't lose cables over the time. We gain cables for some reason. So we went through everything, cleaned up the things we don't think we need anymore, and I think the lids will now close a little bit better too. But this is our whole show, everyone. This is 99% of the shows we do. From a tonight 4-piece band to a 10 or 12-piece band, we get all our cables, power, XLR, out of 3 tubs. That's pretty cool, I think, including our Cat 5 cables. Nice job, Stace.
Always trying to improve.
You are?
Yes.
Okay. We are moving along. We got our PreSonus Air XD12s up. We should be using 3 of those. The drummer should be on IEMs. That's what you do. Nice. Okay, we're gonna do unveil 2 and unveil 3. So you saw the stands. Bart's warming up to it. I think they're gonna be fine. Actually, we'll be firing up the system here in just a minute, and that'll kind of give you an idea. I wanted to show you guys, we got some new toys, the Xvive, the AT2 and the AT3 cable testers. And I think primarily we're going to be using the AT2 for, and we got something going on here. It's bizarre. All right, we just fired up the monitors and we're getting a hum. I thought it was the snake, but 2 times now it's just kind of flared up. Okay, the AT2. Stacy's going to be sending us either pink noise or white noise, or pink noise or a 1 kilohertz tone. It's also a cable tester, and that's over here. There's a lot of YouTube videos out on these things. Xvive thought, hey, we could use these, and it's like, yes, we could definitely use these. Very popular, and so far in my testing, I've used it twice, and we haven't even had a gig with it yet. A couple cables that needed to be repaired. The cable tester came in handy. I think the AT-2 is a little more usable, especially for single use type things where you want to test a cable. Where the AT-3 comes in handy is for testing, better accommodated for testing longer cable runs. And if you are at the console and you have something at the stage, you want to either check, make sure your routing is correct, or check a cable from the console to the front to the stage. This is where these will definitely come in handy. We'll be using these at gigs, and we'll let you know, kind of give you some more feedback once we get a little more time with them. But as always, we always test everything at home, and everything is working as expected with these. The third reveal is the RF Venue IPX diversity antenna. This is going to be used for our wireless mics, and it was kind of one of those things where I went, well, our mics aren't really giving us any grief. What this will do is, first of all, this is a superior antenna. It has, I'll show you this once we get it going here, but it has the 2 antennas that go out here. It'll give us more options as far as when we're using IEM systems and where we want to place them. Because one of the things I've run into with using the omnidirectional built-in ones, I'm kind of working the IEM system around where this is placed, which we like to either have here, or now we can put it anywhere really. It'll give us just that flexibility of moving this. This is a 25-foot cable. So this is going to work really good. Not really needed for this gig, but just a trial run, make sure that it's working. And I think tomorrow we'll have a whole band on IEMs. Being able to move this wherever I need it to in conjunction with the IEM antenna, I think will be something really nice. So what that got me thinking about is that we're so used to and wanting to use wireless workbench, which requires the ULXD system to be networked. It's like, well, if we're going to be moving this around potentially, I don't want to be running Cat5. That was the other thing. I was kind of limited. I needed to make sure I got Cat5 into our Ethernet port here. What I did is to get around that, I took and deployed a couple of our Airport Expresses right here. And their sole purpose is to create a wireless bridge from here to here. And what that will result in is we can use, it'll network these two with our main network. It's our main router. And there it goes again. Huh. Maybe I should get the mixer turned on. Maybe there's some type of ground loop happening.
Right.
It always, sorry, I'm kind of getting diverted here, but just we're tied into power on this other stuff here. We've had that before, remember, Stacy, where an AC unit would kick on,
gosh, yes.
and it was tripping our circuits. So let's knock on wood, we don't run into any of those issues. So this will create, this has this has bridge mode. So you're able to bridge 2 wireless networks back between 2 Airport Expresses, and that'll free us up to put this anywhere we want, create that network connectivity so we can use wireless workbench and not have to have it tethered to our mixer. I'll get this set up and I'll show you what that looks like once it's up. Okay, that's what it looks like set up. Interesting observation, since we've turned on the mixer, no more hum. So maybe it was just a weird grounding. The monitors and the board are on separate circuits. So maybe there was some kind of ground loop going on. Anyway, so that's the IPX diversity antenna from RFNU. We're, again, you know, evaluating where we invest our money. This one took me a little bit to come around on. But once I was thinking back through some of the gigs we've done, it's like I felt locked based on where this was located. We may not use it every gig, but if I need it, it's nice to know that we have it so I can move antennas where are best optimally placed. First time with this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez. Oh my gosh. There we go. Look at that.
Wow.
Fighting. I just have more trouble plugging it in the damn mic. That you can't fix. That's just
User error.
no user dumbass. One of, I don't know if that was, we only go to 11, so I don't know if they're gonna take another break or that was the only break. But the speakers, it sounds pretty good in here. If there was more people in here, I think it would be a little bit warmer, but I'm getting more convinced that getting the speakers up in the air is sort of a, not all the way there, everybody, but it feels like could be a better scenario, but we're not going to do it for every gig. But you know, it just, I'm kind of liking what I'm hearing here so far. I do like just the freedom of being able to move this to other places, right? So the antenna, everything there is working fine, and getting that off of this, isn't that nice to kind of have that space?
Yes.
And it's more usable space for us.
Yeah.
So, you know, is it worth it? Yes. Are we going to do it every gig? Probably not, but it's always nice to have options. If you haven't noticed anything about us or about me, I like having options. Stacy gets confused by it sometimes, but I like having flexibility and flexible options. I think hopefully we'll be able to get out of here pretty quick tonight. We're going to bring you on home. We're going to show you the transition to get ready for a completely different gig tomorrow. First, you're seeing the sound couple fill up their tank because we gotta go home and, I don't know, get up pretty early tomorrow. Another thing, I am a advocate of this AMSOIL gasoline additive. When we started using this, fuel mileage improved along with power noticeably. And I think some people are thinking this is a bunch of hooey. I'm gonna disagree with you. Except these tabs are really, do you have a secret to getting these off?
No, but I just used my fingernails.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
while he's doing that.
Oh.
There's carrots. All the lovely bugs that are on the fan. Attracted to the light.
Nicolay Law is the Midwest's award-winning injury law firm. If you've been injured, get Nicolay. Visit us at NicolayLaw.com.
Stacy was so anxious to get going, she forgot the videotape. We have our dongle station here. We're charging those back up. We have our mics going. This is my IEM pack for my monitoring. Gonna get those batteries charging. We have an iPad that we need. This one is staying. We don't need it. This is my primary one. This needs to get charged. You know, some days the cables just don't get along. We just don't get along. And today has been one. Wow.
Is it because we're in a hurry or because I don't know what it is?
I don't know what it is, but we are just not. Yes, I'm in a hurry right now because I think we got to get up. We got to be out the door around 11 a.m. It's 2 o'clock. And it's been a long day. Here's our pile of things. I don't know if these, I want to bring these subs, but I'm not going to fight it. I know the van is full, and let's just kind of see how things look. Anything else that needs to be charged? The Freedom Sticks aren't coming with,
right.
So I think we're good on that.
Nope. I mean, I was starting to empty out things
Okay,
let's
do that then. You can cut it. That's it. I think we're there. All right. We'll see you guys in the morning, and we'll talk about. We'll do a. Actually, we'll just do the recap in the morning of tonight, tomorrow in the car as we do, and
Yep,
we'll go
I like
into the next one, so we're feeling a little bit more refreshed. Good night. See you soon.
Day 2 of the tent weekend.
Of the big tent weekend. First of all, Stacy, you and I need to do a reset.
What?
Well, I don't know how yesterday went. I think our moods were a little on the off side.
It was hot.
It was hot, and truth be told, it seems like this time of year, every time we get into our gig season, it's definitely like feeling like a preseason football game. We are just between not being in condition and kind of just not being in sync. And yesterday, I felt like we were just kind of all over the place.
Trudging through mud?
Trudging through, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. And kind of beating the cement, and it was way much more work we made it more work than it should have been. We got through it, and to that, I guess the band, well, you saw the gig. It was a very lightly attended event. That's nothing we can do about that. But the people that were there, we got a lot of compliments for what it's worth, and
Yeah, so let's talk about the speakers, or the lifts,
the
stands.
stands. I'm going to say that it helped out. I think getting the speakers, I kind of begrudgingly said, is always a good thing. You get the coverage that you may want, sometimes you don't want. I think for us, it's not going to be a requirement. It's a tool in our toolbox. It helps accentuate the flexibility of our system, which I've always kind of stressed has been one of its strong suits.
You're going to take a right.
A right?
Yep.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank God, Stacy, you were paying attention. We had
One of
a
us
turn
has to.
coming up, and I was totally in the moment there. So thank you for catching that. But so suffice to say, with the stands, I think the way I'm looking at them is they are a tool that we can use and deploy as, I guess, we see fit, as we have the space, as we have the time. The good thing, though, that I was happy is just being able to manage them and carry them. They're heavy. I think they're like 50-some pounds, but I really didn't have a problem lifting them. So all that was part of the dry run tests we were doing with them, and kind of the concerns you have. Can you stack them? We can stack them off the total trolley. Not a big deal. So those, in my opinion, were a success. What was the next thing, Stacey?
Along with the sound quality, talk about the monitors.
Oh, our Air XD12s, PreSonus Air XD12s, a tent gig, which has been notoriously difficult for us with getting the monitors dialed in. The Air 12s, Air 12 XDs, Air XD, I always get that messed up. I literally did not touch the EQs on them, so what can I say? I have nothing but praise. In fact, the band was like, whoa, haven't heard a monitor like this. And what were you going to say?
That really, minus the guy that was losing his voice towards the end of the night, there was no changes we needed to make throughout the night.
Yeah, and part of that, I think, is our mics. Just the whole system really just, on the monitor side, really came through. Really happy with how those worked out.
Yeah, along with that is the talk about the drum mic.
Well, this goes back to something I think I've said in other videos, where I'm getting more to the point to where I'm getting less open to accepting the gear the stage gear from musicians. And here we go. We are throwing a wild card. He had the AKG, I believe, D112. I used to have one. I never really cared for that mic. It wasn't, I like the Beta 52. I like our 868 and our Sennheiser 902 or something. And we were getting this weird, like 100 hertz feedback. And again, I'm not familiar with the drums, not familiar with the player. I went up and I'm listening to kick drum, and I was like, I'm not hearing what this frequency is resonating. Thought maybe it was a tom, wasn't sure. And I'm like, can we just try our mic and our trusty EV-868? And do you remember Jim? He was like, oh,
Yeah.
whoa, what? Yeah, isn't it just, it's got a lot more. And I'm like, dude, I don't know if it's your mic, if it's a problem with the mic, but
That's how kick drum's supposed to sound.
we got to get this thing out of here. We stayed with our microphone. But again, it's just, we know our gear, we know that it works, and anytime you're handed or needing to manage other people's equipment, it just always puts that level of uncertainty of when you're having issues, what's going on. So I'm glad he was able to listen to us. He loved having the Q mix and being able to control it. He was just like, oh my god, this is great. He was on in-ears, the Dobro was on in-ears. It's going back to the stands. The stands, the ST132s. For all of those of you who are saying, well, center cluster subs, and just to get it out there, last night would have been a perfect opportunity for us to do that. And I wish we would have, but we were more focused, or I was more focused on how are these subs going to fit within the framework of the stand itself, and that's what I wanted to see. Hindsight, we probably, Stacy, could have gotten by with 2 less subs if we would have center clustered them. We'll save that for another time, but just putting that out there, that's I did think about that later. We weren't going to go moving anything around or trying anything new later on. Hopefully today, Stacy, we'll be able to kind of go through our normal. We always like to check the lines prior to the band arriving, and we crossed paths, so we didn't get much time to work with the Xvive. Cable testers will do that hopefully today, as we should have time to do that. So today's gig is a wedding in a tent at a getaway. It's like I don't know. It's called the Getaway, actually. I think we haven't been here. We did get some information. Hopefully we can pull up to the tent, and it looks like a nice tent. I'm assuming there's going to be a stage. We don't get a lot of information on some of these gigs sometimes. We got an 8-piece band. Everybody's going to be on in-ears. So we're going to be breaking out our RF venue antennas today, most likely. We got about 23 minutes before we get there. Well, we are in northern Minnesota, officially, I would say, right, Stacy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and there's a tent.
Ah.
A little easier to spot. The question is, how do we get back there? Do you think this is our entrance?
Looks like as close as we're... Ooh, and look at... Yes, it's right there. The stage.
Well, how often does that happen? That never happens.
We will take it.
In fact, we could... I don't know. We'll check it out. We may be able to go around and just get a little better access, but we will find out.
Okay.
We always got to start with the time check. It's 2:02. We have to be set up by 6. It's going to be kind of tight. We might have to do some creative angling, but as I say, once again, the advantage of in-ears is that we're not going to have stage monitors to be stumbling over. I think, Stacy, you'll probably go over here.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But the one thing I don't see is any power or where that would even come from. I'm wondering if these lights over here too, so maybe they just haven't ran it yet. Or the sign here looks like it would use power. They have lights in here. They're not on. None of them are on. Oh, that looks like it runs off a battery. Well, per our requirements, they know what they need to provide. We'll see if they come through with it. They better. The tent is over there. Usually when we show up, there's activity going on, but there's nobody down here. We got everything loaded in. It's like, maybe we should check in. Just sometimes, if too much time goes by, our number one priority is electrical. We see nothing even staged or even a source. We did see one person when we drove in. Maybe I should see if that person's here. The wedding is off-site. There's nobody here. It's like the Twilight Zone. I'm gonna try calling them. I knocked down there. I could hear somebody, but it was a dog barking. And nobody came to the door. No, not accepting calls. How is that?
Weird.
How is that even possible?
And on our worksheet, there's
no phone
Okay.
number there either.
Point of contact.
Let me
Got
see
it.
if contact. I'm on their website now. I don't know if this is the number I just called or not. Try it again. Try their website. I just reached who? the getaway. Nope. Just went to a voicemail and it said their business hours are Monday through Thursday. I don't know. I guess.
It does feel kind of like a ghost ship almost.
Yeah, with the wind blowing through here and it's just, there's nobody here, which typically we like. I just like to see a power drop and we're not seeing that. And,
Right.
you know, I mean, we got our peck round, but that's just our bonus. It's not our
Main, yeah, it's
there's-
not meant to
no. And so just so you know, when these gigs are booked, we get a tech sheet, but they have their requirements. We kind of generally know what the requirements are. And power is one of them, but it's not like we're getting confirmation that yes, power, you know, yes, everything else. We just, unless we hear otherwise, we work under the assumption that all those, if we can't start asking a bunch of questions. Did this get checked? That's their job to make sure that stuff gets covered. So we shouldn't have to be asking those questions. Just so it's clear. And so when we show up, we're expecting that there's a stage, that it's big enough, that we have the accommodations. Electrical power. It just looks like they're complete in here, and that's what concerns me, is that it's like somebody has not been told we need this, and we're not going to be running extension cords. In fact, even if we did, it's like, where the hell would we even run to?
right.
Oh, it's sweet. So,
Yep.
I guess for now, we just keep setting up, Stace, and somebody better have it covered. Ooh, hot neutral, blinky blink. That's not good.
What does that mean again?
Reverse polarity.
Oy vey.
I'm gonna go up there and plug it in up there if it's like that at the box.
Okay.
It is. Let's see if this one is.
Oh, what you got there? Nothing?
Well, it says, the meter says here, the hot and the neutral are reversed.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that. If that's a problem or. You guys use this a lot for different things?
Every time somebody's here, they always plug in their stat, but we didn't wire out any of this stuff, obviously, because this was all either before us. We can just plug it in the garage. You could go and have it there.
I think I would. But I don't want anybody to get. I mean, because we got people like touching stuff that's plugged into this stuff, and I don't want anything to happen.
You're more cautious.
I don't want to. Now that I know,
We let people just do whatever they kind of want out here. We're not very.
I can't unsee it now. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Well, Stace, we're gonna officially, now that we got a time to do this, we're going to do a line check with the AT2. And remember, I'm trying to take your job. And this also gives me the opportunity, okay. This also gives me the opportunity to check gains, kind of get them set where I want them. Okay. Okay. Just a sec. Yeah, don't. Okay.
4.
Okay.
5.
Okay. Okay.
7.
Okay. Then 8. The I'll.
Should
The,
need piano.
yep. So did that come on?
Nope.
Okay. Ace. You got him direct or in the 30? Okay.
Okay. Turn.
You got a mic for him? Guitar.
Okay.
Okay. Keys are gonna be where? I don't have them. 11? That's the one you had me move, right? Oh,
Did you put it in the right one?
no.
Okay. Now do you hear it?
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
And then we can just test the mic. Well, it's 4:41 and we are line checked. We are set up. We were just talking about the mic. I kind of got creative. I think that is probably not a bad solution right there.
Yeah.
Even though it took a minute to figure it out. Yeah, I like it. But what it does is it really frees up this area here. The laptop is comfortably on the mixer. In this space, it would be tough to have our shelf. And we're able to put our wireless rig down here, so that's nice. Looks good, doesn't it?
It does.
And then, I don't know if we mentioned what we decided to do for the lighting, but I don't know why that. Are you altering them? Is that staggering them?
I'm waiting till it turns a little bit more dark
Okay.
for me to really tell the difference.
So instead of going with 2, which we typically do, we just decided to do a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And did some uplight and then the center light here. I think that'll look nice. What else do we have to talk about? Obviously, we got the power situation figured out.
Yeah, and we went with the Pecron.
And we're using the Pecron for stage. Just to be safe. It's at 94%. Should last for the evening. I think we're playing to 11:30. Feeling like I'm forgetting something, but I don't think so.
No, I think we got everything.
Oh, and there goes a mic.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, we will not put that by the temple. Now it's just a matter of when they show up. Right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could put your hands together and please welcome the bridal party. clapping was good for the bridal party, but I need you to get a little bit louder. I need you to get a little bit louder. A little bit louder than that. Welcome to PreSonus time.
My most favorite part of the night is the first dances and us having a DJ them.
It's a wedding, not a bar mitzvah. Next. All right, we're still thinking bar mitzvah. Any other takers? Any other moonwalkers?
We're starting to kind of wind down the evening, and it's been a really good day for us. I think we kind of recovered from yesterday. Plus, it's just such a kick-ass band. It's like, that makes it so easy, our job so much easier when there's really great musicians up here. But I just wanted to point out our venue, antennas. I think we got our 1-2 punch of antennas. We got 8 in-ear mixes going here tonight, and not one issue at all. So I'm so happy that we finally, after how long did it take us, Stacey?
A long time.
A long time. Between doing our frequency coordination and getting our antennas in place, I think we are finally got that monkey off our back. We got a hotel room tonight.
Yes.
Well, Stacy's making us use it. We're not going to drive home. She's overruled that. So maybe we'll see. It's a self-service check-in.
Yeah, I'm hoping we'll be able to check in after 12.
I hope so too.
Yeah. Okay.
There you are, Stace. Hello. Well, this room was hopping tonight. It's 12:52. It's really dark now, but we're gonna get out of here, get back to our room, and we'll do a recap tomorrow, I think, right? Let's get out of here. Wow, what a night.
A tent weekend in the books, and we're on our way home finally.
A big tent weekend. Yeah, this has been 3 days, Stacy. We started on Friday. Today is Sunday, and we're finally going to get home to enjoy what part of the weekend is left for us. Wow, what a wedding last night, huh?
It was nice because the dance floor was booked the whole entire time. An interesting fact too, we were talking about it earlier, how there's just some crowds, they'll dance only when the band is there, and then on breaks they're not dancing to the DJ music.
Yeah, that's a good point. We were actually, now that you say that, obviously we do a lot of live bands, and we do see some of the videos from DJs, and it just seems like with live music there's a different vibe, there's a different connection. People can connect with each other, people can connect with the musicians on stage. And then last night, I think the band did a really good job kind of bringing that all together. And it was all just one big movement. They brought a couple people, including the bride up on stage, which sometimes I get a little bit, I don't know what I feel about that, but they were actually they were having fun, but they weren't being jerks or they weren't misbehaving. So just a really good group. That whole night had a really good feeling to it. So I think we just had enough of tents. The sterile sound that they provide between the walls, or I'm sorry, the tent ceiling and then the asphalt or concrete walls just adds an extra layer of fatigue to our ears. I could hear the snare drum bouncing off the back wall, and it just, we're done. And then at the end of the night, we were motivated to work a little bit faster because the after party, they brought in a Bluetooth speaker and continued the music, which just made Stacy and I work that much faster to get out. All of that said, we revealed some new gear to you guys, some things. I think we completed our RF resiliency effort. The RF venue stuff is fantastic. We used the IPX diversity antenna last night in conjunction with the CP stage, and we are running 7 mixes in addition to the frequency coordination. All worked out really good, and I'm so glad that's behind us. RF venue makes really good products. I didn't expect anything less than what we have been seeing so far with all that. The other things, the stands, I think they're going to find their place. Showed you some new tools that we got from Xvive, so thank you Xvive for sending those out to us. There are a lot of people out there using them, and I guess we're one of them now as well. Well, Stace, is there anything else we want to say about our big tent weekend?
No, I think we've kind of covered it all. But again, thanking everybody for watching and sticking with us to the end.
Have you made it this far? If you haven't, for those of you that do stick around to the end, sometimes there's some surprises after the big credits roll. So you never want to end a sound couple video earlier. We'll see you guys at the next gig.